Hi, future engineers. Today we are going to be modeling this wheel. And one thing that I want to point out right from the start, if you don't listen, this dimension right here looks like 0.2. It's actually 0.25. It's 0.25. So let's do that. The first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to draw this profile over here, and then I'm going to revolve it. So let's go over inside of Inventor, and you can see I have mine all set up. We're going to create a new part for this wheel. I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this plane right here. I'm going to rotate it just like this. And I'm going to start by drawing in a rectangle and adding a circle over here, and then another rectangle within it. This is the main profile of the shape that we want to revolve, so I'm just going to throw in some dimensions. From here to here is a distance of 1. It makes it much smaller. There we go. Then from this line to our center axis is 0.75. From this line to our center axis is 0.25. And then our overall width is a distance of 0.25. And this little indent is about half the distance at 0.125. This right here are all of our profiles necessary to round this. So I'm going to hit Finish Sketch, and I'm going to hit Revolve. Now to select the profiles, I'm going to choose this, this, and this. Go over to our center axis and choose this one right here, and I'm going to hit Create. There we go. We now have the general shape of this. The next thing that I want to do is create a hole that goes through the middle. This hole has a diameter of 0.28. I'll hit Finish Sketch and Extrude, and I'm going to cut that out. Then the next thing that I want us to do is to add in some fillets. We're going to take our fillet command and set that to 0.063. There's a little note on our drawing that says that the fillets are typically 0.063. There are 4 edges that I need, the inside-outside edge of this part of the circle, and then the inside-outside edge of the inside of the circle. I'll hit OK, and I have this now for our shape. The most complex and new part of this is this back section. You can see that we've got like these 6 little cutouts. This is done by creating 2 circles and then slicing those circles where we want it to be cut. So let's go through and do that. Inside of Inventor, I'm going to turn around my wheel because it's going to be easier, simpler to work on this, a little bit cleaner in shape. I'm going to take my first circle, which they only give us a radius dimension of, and our second circle also a radius of. I'm going to click on this. That first one is 0.37 times 2, and the second one is 0.63 times 2. There we go. Now, to get that shape, what I need to do first is actually create a construction line. So I'm going to turn on a construction line. So I click Line and then choose Construction. I'm going to click and drag a line out right here. That's going to be a reference line that I use for my angles. I'm also going to move these dimensions a little bit out of the way because that's where I want to draw my first one, is right up here. I'm going to keep construction line off, take my line command, and draw in 2 lines. These lines are going to be the start and end of this shape. So I'll go grab those, and then I'm going to dimension these lines. All I know about these lines are angles, actually, so I'm going to choose from here to here, has an angle of 15, and then between these 2 lines is an angle of 30. Then there's 30 degrees in each of them, which would give us our 360 degrees. But this is all that I need to draw on this drawing. I'm just going to be subtracting out this middle part here. I'm going to hit Finish Sketch and hit Extrude. I want to choose this middle part right here and flip it around to subtract it out. I can then hit OK, and I want to pattern this around this object in a circular array. So perfect right here, we have this circular pattern. When I select this, it's going to ask for two things, what feature I want to array, and then the axis. So I want this to be my feature, switch over to axis, and choose this as my center axis. By default, it's on 6, which is perfect for us. We're going to click OK, and you can see it now patterns around our shape. Going back over to the front, there is a little attachment for our linkage arm on the wheel. That's going to be starting a 2D sketch on this face right here, the one that we added all of those holes to. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to draw a circle on this axis right here, and I'm going to throw in a dimension of 0.25 and then a distance from here to the center of the circle. That is a distance of 0.7. This circle still is not attached on there. You can see that it kind of moves around. So I'm going to add another dimension from here to here and make that distance 0. Cool. Then I can hit my finish sketch and extrude that a distance of 0.25 and click OK. On top of this, we have another little spoke that's sticking out. I'm going to take a circle, place it in the center over there, and then dimension this up at a distance of 0.125. It's still green, so it doesn't know its exact location, but I can take my concentric command and make this circle concentric to the outside edge here. I can then hit finish sketch, extrude, grab that center one, and extrude this one a distance of 0.125. The last step is to add a little circle on here that is then cut out. So we're going to do the same process. Take a circle. This circle has a diameter of 0.0625, and it is also concentric with the other circles I've been drawing. And we extrude that back a distance of 0.25. I can click OK. All right, now this is all done. I can go over to iProperties, Physical, and Update. And you can see I get the dimension of 0.696, which is perfect. I know that was a quick tutorial and I rushed through this, but take your time, watch the video over, take a look at the drawings, use those, go back and forth, and you'll do perfectly fine on this. All right, thanks for watching.